Hey y'all, come on into the kitchen because I'm fixing to make y'all some biscuits. And I hear a lot of people say, I can't make a biscuit to save my soul. Well, let me tell you, if you can't make a biscuit, this is the way to go. We worked on this formula for biscuits and they are incredible. In fact, I'm gonna be honest, I don't make biscuits like this anymore. I use my biscuit mix because it's just no fail. All you have to do is add buttermilk and you are there. But for people that don't have access to that, I'm gonna show you what I think is a good biscuit. And I'm starting y'all with 4 cups of flour and 1 cup, 1 cup of real cold. In fact, you want to put this in the freezer after you cut it up to chill it some so that it will just cut through that flour. And you really need a pastry cutter for this. I mean, you can use a couple of forks, but I think this is just a little bit easier and it's good exercise, y'all. This arm's gonna be real strong when this is over. This one's gonna be just fatty arbuckle over here. All right, so you want this to get like a pea, like a small pea kinda. All right, and I am going to have to stop and get that butter out of there. And y'all see I've got this is an old tablecloth that I don't use anymore on a table. It's strictly for my pie crust, my biscuits, and things like that. And I was just telling Teresa and Eddie when I was spreading it out, I said, you know, I don't know why I do this, but it's like monkey see, monkey do. This is what I saw the women in my family doing, putting down an old tablecloth or something to make their biscuits on. So, monkey see, monkey do. That's why I'm doing it. And it will keep you from messing up your counters. But guess what? You're going to have to wash the tablecloth. So which is worse? Cleaning up your counter or having to go out and shake a tablecloth out and then wash it? Okay, so here we go. Like I said, I started with 4 cups of flour, y'all. And this is gonna take a minute. Ooh, I feel the muscles just growing already in that arm. All right. That butter was nice and cold, Teresa.
Yay.
Yay. Anytime you want to jump in there, you can.
Oh no, I prepped. I prepped. It's your show.
Oh, Teresa's a great prepper. I'm going to have to stop and build some muscles in this arm, y'all. Oh. See, when I use my biscuit mix, I don't have to do all this. Everything's already done up for me. And our biscuits that you have in our restaurants, this is what they're made from. Because like I said, it is just foolproof. Because it's already got your shortening and gotten it everything you're gonna need. Just except for the buttermilk. And you know, to me, buttermilk gives your biscuits a twang. And I just like that twang in my biscuits. All right, so y'all, this is coming along. Okay, y'all, that took a few minutes to cut that ice cold butter into that flour. So I've got it done, you know, it's like pretty good. Now I'm gonna add some sugar. Just a little sugar. And that gives them a nice little taste. And now salt. Sweet and salty, that's great. Okay. All right, now, so we got that mixed up good. I remember my grandma Hires using her old dough bowl. But now Grandma Paul, she was so funny. She said she just couldn't make a biscuit. Just wasn't a bread maker. But it's funny, when she hit like maybe 82, she started baking bread, and it was out of this world. You know, it was like she wasn't gonna let that get her, because she could do anything in the kitchen. So she meant she was gonna conquer that bread baking.
That's awesome. What's a dough bowl?
A dough bowl. It's the wooden bowls that they kept in their pie safe.
Oh, okay.
And it'd stay in a drawer, and they just pull out the drawer and put their flour, you know, get it done. All right, so we've got that done. Now I'm just gonna slowly add my buttermilk and kind of just work it around. And I think I'm using like a 1.5 cups of buttermilk, y'all, for the... Now see, I remember when Grandma Hires made her biscuits, she didn't use a spoon, she did it with her hands. Oh, I can see that so good. So let's try that. So you just start pulling your flour in, and you don't want to overwork your dough, because it will make your biscuits really tough. So you want to get her done and knead her a few times, and then let that be it. Okay, this is the last of the buttermilk. This is gonna have to do. Okay. And I think this is gonna be good. But you know, after Grandma started, Grandma would make yeast breads, loaf breads. And God love her, I don't think she ever conquered a biscuit. I think that was the one thing. But I was at her house one day, and I can't remember what she was fixing to make. I think maybe a blackberry cobbler, but she got out a can of biscuits, and she wrapped it. I can see her right now wrapping that roll of biscuits on the counter, and she turned around and looked at me, and she said, "Paula Ann, I was so damn glad when they came up with these canned biscuits." Yeah, so they were hard for her. All right, so I'm getting closer to moving my dough onto my towel, so I'm just gonna put some flour out here. And I'm gonna finish kneading this right here. Get it all together. Here we go. Push that down. Okie dokie. So I'm gonna take my rolling pin and just rub it to get a little flour. And then I'm gonna just roll these out. And this depends on what kind of biscuit you want. Down south we make a lot of what we call cat head biscuits. And what we mean by that, it's the size of a cat's head. Oh, I see those chunks of butter in there. All right, so I think I ought to make cat heads. Let's go one down from a cat head. And I'm gonna dip that into my flour. And I've prepared a pan right here with a little light spray. Ooh, I hope these are gonna be good. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've made a homemade biscuit.
It's one of your most #1 requested recipes.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Sure
Well,
is.
my goodness, Teresa said it's one of the #1 most requested. And I don't know why, but some people do. They just have a hard time with it. Now I'm putting my scraps aside, and I'm gonna re-roll that and use it. I'm not gonna waste any. And you can see my biscuits are gonna be pretty tall. You know, I could have rolled them out a little bit more and made them thinner, but since I'm doing this for y'all today, I want to make you a great big fat biscuit. All right, that's our scraps. All right, we got the oven preheating back here. So I'm going to get these scraps and work these in one more time. Don't want them to get tough, but I don't want to waste them either, so. Oh, I love seeing those chunks of butter in there. All right, I think we can get one more, kids. Okay, there we go. So it made 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 biscuits. So somebody's only gonna get one. But they're so big, that'll be all right. I think that'll fill you up. All right, so we are gonna cook these. We got our oven set at 425. I couldn't remember the temperature. So 425, and we're gonna bake it for maybe 20 minutes. You know, just watch them. Just watch your biscuits. And you'll notice that, now some people like their biscuits more far apart, but I like mine close together because I love that soft, I just love that soft edges that you get. All right, now this is what Grandma Hires did. I don't know why, but I do it. She would take her knuckles and just press down lightly on the top of her biscuits. Just like that. And you know, when you see that, you know you're eating a homemade biscuit. All right, so I'm gonna reach in here and grab my brush. Where's my brush? Where's my brush? There it is. All right, now I've got some melted butter over here, y'all. Yeah. Now they should have enough butter in them, shouldn't they? cup
have
of
too much butter.
No. Yum. You know, I love the biscuits that you get at some of these fast food places.
Mm-hmm. Hardee's has good ones.
Oh gosh, and Popeyes.
Mmm.
Love their biscuits. Alrighty. Here we go. In the oven, 425 for 15 to 20 minutes. I'm ready to show y'all the biscuits that we just made, and I took them out of the oven. And look at that biscuit. Look at that biscuit. Ooh, this is hard butter. That's hard.
You want some soft?
No, that's all right. I can eat hard butter just as good as I can eat soft. All right. So, I made a mess of that biscuit. Now, y'all, Michael and I have a couple of fig trees here in the yard. I just love my fruit trees. You know, we got pear, grapefruit, lemon, orange, tangerine. Am I missing something? Peaches, yes. Pears. And so I love to take the figs and make my fig preserves. I just adore fig preserves. So, it's so good. But you know what? I'm gonna take that piece of fig off so I can. Grandma's in the house. So, y'all promised me that you'll give them a try. Because the more you make them, the easier it'll get for you. And there's several different ways that you can make a biscuit. You know, it doesn't have to be this particular recipe, but do try. Because my arm ain't long enough to pat myself on the back. Because I'm proud when a biscuit tastes like this, honey. Love and best dishes.